Only one Robot Master left, but before we take him on, you guessed it, we're going to buy another part. And this will be an especially useful one. Furthermore, thanks to all of the bolts we found in Swordman's stage, we can actually afford something now. And I have decided to purchase the Super Recover. This increases the amount of energy you get from a weapon capsule or health capsule. Handy with a capital H. Also, note that you can only carry 8 upgrades, so keep that in mind. You can't get them all. And even if you did have more slots, there are only 40 bolts in the game. Okay, we are done in Dr. Light's lab. It is time for us to find out if 2 heads are indeed better than 1, because we're going after Searchman.
I'm Searchman, okay?
No, not okay, because I'm going to say this outright. Worst Robot Master design ever! Seriously, what were they thinking when designing this guy? Thankfully, his Battle Network counterpart looks a lot cooler. He looks like he jumped straight out of Metal Gear Solid. That's how cool he is. He was also really cool in the anime, too. But I digress. Searchman's stage can be rather difficult due to the sheer amount of enemies in it. We have some familiar faces, but also some new ones as well. Remember these On-Bubatons from Astroman stage? Yeah, unfortunately they make a return. Oh, another thing. You are going to be using the Thunderclaw a lot in this stage. So I hope you like swinging. There's another door blue, and you can actually destroy the boulders they throw, so that's good to know. All right, we're gonna swing across. We're gonna swing across again. And we're going to make our way towards the bottom and get hit by a metal in the process. But there is, in fact, a bolt which is hidden down there. And in order to get back up, that's a simple task. Drop the Mega Ball, jump up, and presto. What's in here? It's an extra life. Okay, I welcome those. All right, this area is pretty tricky, but not for the reason you might think. Once again, we're going to need to equip the Thunderclaw. And we also have a new enemy right here. This is Gorgree. Gorgrees also throw boulders at you, but they tend to be a little more aggressive. Okay, right over here is a thorn vine. Since they are electrified, they are dangerous. However, if you have the flame sword, you can get rid of them. But you also have to deal with those metals who tend to respawn up there. All right, we are now in position. So what we're gonna do is we're going to equip the tornado hold and wait for that spiked mine to come closer, and when it goes away, we're going to jump up, and we need to equip the Thunderclaw, and we're gonna swing across to the other side. This is actually quite difficult because Mega Man has a really fast falling speed, and I can't believe I did it on the first try. That is awesome. Awesome with a capital A. For a minute there, I forgot what letter awesome begins with, but I don't care. I've got the second bolt. Yeah, that could take you a lot of tries if you don't have the timing down. Oakley dokley, we are ready to move on. We're gonna fall all the way down. And we had just defeated a new enemy. That was, if I can get my note cards right, Sedeka. That is known as a Sedeka. Okay, now if you are playing the Sega Saturn version, there's something very special waiting for you. There's a staircase, which is right now to the north of Mega Man. That staircase is going to take you to a cameo boss battle with Woodman from Mega Man 2, believe it or not. Alas, the Legacy Collection is a port of the PlayStation version, so we will not get to see it. but we have more important things to worry about. The second half of Searchman's stage is slightly tougher than the first. Once again, there are enemies who will swarm you to the bitter end. Also, we have these doors right here. If you don't get to them quick enough, they will close on you, and this will usually result in you falling to your doom. All right, there was a third enemy that throws boulders at you. That's Gory Grow. All right, we are getting closer to the end of the stage. And once Searchman has been defeated, I'm going to take the opportunity to go back to some previous stages and get some bolts I couldn't get to before. But for now, we're just going to continue making our way across through some death spikes and shutting doors. Hello, Mr. Sedeka. And hello, Mr. Gorgree. Okay, I take back what I said. The second half of the stage is not nearly as bad as the first. The main threat just comes from the Gorgrows and the Gorabules and the Gorgrees. Alright, moving right along, we've got another swinging section. Oh, we couldn't quite reach that bolt. I'll have to go back and get it another time. But for now, we gotta get past these guys and past all of the death spikes. Okay, this is where things are gonna get a little bit crazy because enemies are going to fly at us from every single direction. So I hope you've got your charge shot set to stun because you're gonna need it. Die! Die, 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 die! Thank you very much. Too many Gorabules to count. That's what I would like to say. Okay, once again, we're gonna need to use the Thunder Claw to swing across, shoot down the door, and we've made it! So when you are ready, equip the Flame Sword. That is going to be our weapon of choice against Searchman.
Hey, boy, come on.
Alright, this is a pretty interesting battle, I have to say. Searchman has a plethora of weapons to attack you with, including missiles, flying blades, and he can hide in bushes. The weapon of choice is going to be the Flame Sword, and that attack right there where he hides in the bushes is pretty annoying too. Because if you hit the fakes, that'll give him the opportunity to attack you. But he goes down all the same. Oh wow, I just realized I only had 1 health left. Whoa, that was a close call. And for defeating Searchman, we are rewarded with the Homing Sniper, which allows you to track an enemy using crosshairs and fire a missile at it. It sounds a lot cooler than it really is. It's just an average weapon in my opinion. Anyways, with all 8 Robot Masters defeated, the path to Dr. Wily's fortress has been revealed. But for now, here are all of the bolts I missed beforehand. The first bolt to be found is in Grenade Man's stage, and to get it, we need to use the Flame Sword to light one of the bombs, which is right over here. And the way is clear. In the second half of Frostman's stage, there are 2 bolts we need to collect. The first one being all the way down there. Unfortunately, it's blocked by an ice block. So what we need to do is not get squished, first of all. We need to get to that upper platform. And we will do that by using the Mega Ball, the good old Mega Ball. Okay, let's try that again. Well, that worked well. Let's see if we can use the flame sword. Perhaps I'm overthinking this. It doesn't work? Okay, does not compute. Does not compute. That is a fire weapon. It should be super effective against ice. I object. Okay. Well, let's try something else then. We need to get up to the top of that platform. And in order to do that, we need to use the tornado hold. That'll take out the giant whale. And we can ride the ice block all the way to the other side and grab the bolt. Very nice. I got a little nicked in the process, but I will survive. And what is with me getting sandwiched by these ice blocks? Seriously. But I can think about that later. Right here, we need to use the Astro Crush. And by doing that, the ice will break. And we can go down the ladders, use the Astro Crush again to get the bolt. And that is everything in Frostman's stage. Okay, I am in the second half of Tengu Man's stage. And in order to get this bolt, we need to wait until we enter the ship, which we are on right now. We need to wait until we get to the interior of the ship. And we'll need to equip the homing sniper we got from Searchman's stage. What's cool about the homing sniper is that you can lock on to targets. But as I said earlier, it's not that great. Alright, Rush is shooting farther, and Eddie is launching bombs. Things are looking up for us. And I believe it's right around here where we'll see the icon we're looking for. Ah, right there. And there is the bolt that we need. So we are done here. Alright, there is one bolt for us to obtain in Clown Man's stage. And we need to go into that area with all of the platforms. Yeah. I remember I had a lot of trouble with this area way back in the day. But in order to get the bolt, we need the flame sword. So we're going to use the Mega Ball, jump up, ride the platform, destroy the cannon, and destroy the other one preferably. And right here in that barrel is the bolt we need. So burn it down with the flame sword, and it's ours. The other bolt is right above us in that frozen block. And unlike the other frozen blocks, we can actually melt this one with the flame sword. I know, hard to believe, right? Unfortunately, we can't get up there, so this calls for the ever-reliable Mega Ball. Honestly, we've been bouncing on that ball more than we've been kicking it. Okay, for the final bolt, it's one we've seen before. We need to head down the ladder and swing across with the Thunder Claw. We only have one chance to get this right, so let's see if we can do it. Oh, not quite.
Ready.
All right, the final bolt is en route to the end gate. And we've seen this bolt before. Swing across, and we've got it! That is the 40th and final bolt we need to collect. So next time on Let's Play Mega Man 8, we're going to attack Dr. Wily's fortress. See you guys next time. We're back in Searchman's stage, in the section that gave me a whole lot of trouble as far as swinging with the Thunder Claw is concerned. But this time we're going to head down, where there are a lot of enemies. You'll want to have the flame sword in hand, because eventually you'll come to a thorny section where you need to cut down every one of those thorns in order to reveal the path to another bolt.